Liveline on RTE Radio 1. Sponsored by the all-new Nissan Micra. Easily the best Micra ever.
1850 715 815.
Francis, good afternoon.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Good. Francis, you were listening to yesterday's programme. As I said, when I was talking to Colin Vard, I thought it was a bizarre story. He mentioned the fact that his daughter Jessie and his son Dara were, to say the least, suffering as a result of his own travails and the fact that he was being targeted by a Thailand gang, as he said. But I asked him again and again why he would not come home to Ireland. You think now there is a reason why he will not come home, because you are the mother of Jessie.
Of Jessie, yes, that's right, Joe, yeah.
And why will he not come home?
Well, he won't bring her back to me, Joe, you know, that's part of it anyway. I've been fighting for a long time now to try and just speak to her or have some contact with her.
And Colin went to Thailand when, and Jessie was what age?
She was, I think she was 2.5 maybe when she left.
And did you know he was taking her to Thailand?
I did. I let her go, Joe. I let her go for 2 months on holiday.
But the understanding was that she would return?
On the understanding that she would return, of course.
And when did you realise that things had changed dramatically?
Oh, I think only about 24 hours later, when she had left with him. It just, nothing added up, everything went wrong. And he was gone. He just fled with her.
And have you seen your daughter since?
No, never, Joe, no.
Have you spoken to your daughter Jessie since?
No, Joe, I haven't.
Have you spoken to Colin Vard since?
No, I haven't, no.
Have you tried?
Yes, I have.
Every which way?
Every which way, apart from getting on a plane and going out.
And has he communicated in any way to anyone in Ireland why he will not let?
Yes, he's communicated to my mum-in-law, which he had quite a good relationship with up until now. And he just basically threw a whole lot of verbal abuse against me, really, for the last 10 years. He has an immense amount of hatred towards me.
And has he promised to bring her back? Has he said, I'll come back for Christmas?
Yeah, and initially I was able to phone him. And I would get him on the phone and he'd say to me, oh, Francis, I'll bring her back this summer. And I would be waiting anxiously for him to, you know, make plans for her to come back. And then he never would. And then he would say in the next conversation, I'll bring her back that following Christmas. And he never did, you know, and it just went on like this and this. But eventually, he had no passport for her.
Right.
So he came, of course, aiming at me now to try and get her a passport.
Because you'd have to sign it, yeah.
Which I have refused to do. And we have said that we will give her a passport if I can see her. So if she can come back to Ireland for a couple of days, I'll sign the passport and she may go wherever she wishes with it.
Because she's 12 now, is she, Frances?
12 now, yeah.
And it's 10 years since you've seen your daughter?
It is, yeah. If not longer, is it maybe?
And have you been reading the stories? It was a long, detailed piece. And Colin Vard, as you know, contacted this programme, contacted newspapers.
That's right. Yeah.
Have you read the story he detailed in the Mail on Sunday at the weekend?
Well, I have read it now, yeah, but it was through an associate at my local school where my kids go now, who rang me and said to me, you know, he was on the radio yesterday, and I didn't know he'd be on the radio, and it was quite a fright and a shock.
Well, he's a very
you yesterday.
Yeah,
you know?
he was very eager to be on the radio. He
seemingly was, yeah.
He's complaining about the help or otherwise he got from the Irish consulate in Thailand. He said he was in an awful predicament. Now, I didn't at that stage, for obvious reasons, retail what he had told the Mail on Sunday about what happened Jessie and to a lesser extent, well, Dara as well. Dara's much younger. I mentioned the whole story about the well, been put down a well. But there's also other allegations he makes in the piece about Jessie, what happened to her.
Yes.
Have you read them?
I have. I've read most of it, and then that.
And can you describe your reaction when you were reading about what had been visited on your daughter?
What would the reaction of any mother be? Please get her home here for me before something happens.
Have you been to the Irish authorities, Frances?
No, I haven't yet. I was waiting for my solicitor to inform me to what to do.
And you are hoping that he could be persuaded to bring her back?
I don't think he can be persuaded, no.
And when he displayed, I thought it was an illogical reluctance to come home, given that he said, my aim was to get my children back. I now have my children back from this gang, as he called them, in Thailand, and he had suffered at their hands. The children had suffered, and I said to him again and again, well, then come home. Obviously, that's the next step. And he said, no, he did not want to come home. You think that's the reason because
Absolutely, Joe, absolutely. He doesn't want to come back here.
And how did
for
you meet?
Fear of losing Jessie, I suppose, or for the fear of being arrested, or I don't know what the fear is. But coming back here is not going to be fun for him.
How did you meet Colin Vard?
Oh, I met him many years ago. I was very young, very naive, and like some young girls do, maybe I fell for the sob stories.
And what age were you at the time, Frances?
I think I was only about 22.
The point he made yesterday was that he had made an impulsive decision to go to Thailand with a pal of his.
That's right, yeah.
You're saying it's no such thing.
No. I'm saying that could very much have been the case, but that's not what I was told.
And of course, he told you initially it was going to be a holiday, but
it was a holiday, and that he was moving to Thailand permanently.
That's what he said yesterday.
Yeah.
But have you the Vard family are very well known here, and extended family, and very well respected, and they cannot have any culpability or whatever for relations. But have you spoken to any of the extended Vard family?
No.
No, okay.
No, haven't been. I wouldn't really have had.
Okay.
Even when I was with him, we used to go to the very odd family do and things like that. But I never was with him long enough to be part of the Vard family. So we ourselves have a friend in the Vard family, actually, my own family. Mm-hmm. But he, I would have no real contact with him as such. But if I met him, we'd be talking, or hello, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you have other children now.
I do.
And so this situation is well known, that you would have been trying to get Jessie back.
It's not well known from where I'm from, no, because it's something that you can't bring your baggage into another relationship.
But you almost, obviously you're deeply hurt, Frances, by this.
I'm very hurt.
But you almost sound a little bit embarrassed about it, do you feel you should have got on a plane or should have gone out to Thailand and tried to hunt him down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to the courts here?
No, we haven't been to the courts here, and my solicitor said that we don't have any standing at all. So, we can't go in and do anything.
It's only if he comes back to Ireland that you would be able to go to the courts, I presume, if he was in the... Yeah. He said yesterday on the programme, and it was one of the reasons why he contacted us, that he listens every day to Irish radio, including this broadcast. What would you say to him, Frances?
Oh, Joe, how he said he respected the Irish people, and he's an Irishman himself. How could he do this to his country and to his people, and to And to me, how could he do this to my flesh and blood?
Yeah.
You know?
So you want him to bring Jessie back?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100,000,000%, yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, we hope he's listening today, and we hope the situation unravels. You also, I can sense it in what you said earlier, Francis, as well, that you understand now that Jessie it's just becoming a teenager. Mm-hmm. She will have her own views, as we know they all have. She will have been with her dad for a decade.
Yeah.
So you're prepared to sit down with her and sort out something amicable.
Absolutely. And take her shopping and catch up on all the years that we've missed.
Okay.
And I'm not asking for very much, Joe.
Yeah. I know every day is an ordeal, but I presume birthdays and Christmas and Mother's Day and all those times that are so important to people are even more difficult.
I light a candle for her in our local church every Christmas.
Yeah.
Hoping that maybe she'll come back.
You've seen photographs of her in the newspapers?
I did, yeah, quite shocking. Yeah.
Why? Why was it?
Because I have no photographs, Joe.
The only photographs you have of your daughter since she was a baby are from the newspapers.
Yeah, from the newspapers. Yeah.
And now, in fairness, she does, which I hope is a consolation to you, Francis. She does look healthy and.
She does.
Yeah.
She looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. Please God. Okay.
She does. Yeah.
Okay, it's a terrible ordeal you're going through, Francis, and I really appreciate the fact that you contacted the programme to put another side to that story, and again to make that plea to Colin Vard to come home.
And please, could you put a message out to the authorities as well, please, to help, because somebody to help and do something.
Okay. Francis,
can you do that, Joe?
Yes, we can. And people are listening just as they were yesterday and pass on the message to you, because we were totally unaware, and the newspapers obviously are totally unaware that there was another side to this story in terms of back here in Ireland.
Yeah.
Francis Richards, I hope things work out well and quickly for you and dear Jessica.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.